All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the Akwath, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy, came across this news article, and I was watching GMS St. Benji out of Chicago, and I found the article, and it has to do with the Edomites. And once again, the usual suspects. You're not to trust these devils. I'm gonna get a couple of precepts, read the article, and the Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept before I bring it out. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 15. It says, "That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered." But yeah, Esau is crooked, man. There's no rehabilitating the devil, nor his woman. It has to do with a Fefail, All right, this is from Fox News. It says, Virginia nurse arrested after hospital closes NICU due to mysterious attacks on newborns. And I believe her name, it says Erin Stratman faces charges of child abuse and malicious wounding. Let me see if this video will play, if it has to do with it. Alright, it don't even have to do with it. It says Virginia police have arrested a registered nurse in connection with a twisted attack that left a vulnerable newborn in a hospital's neonatal intensive care unit with an unexplainable fracture in November. Additional charges could come as detectives continue to probe a half dozen similar incidents. The 26-year-old suspect, Erin Elizabeth Ann Stratman, was booked into the Henrico County Jail on charges of malicious wounding and child abuse that caused serious injury around 1:15 a.m. Friday. A perplexing string of injuries to babies in the NICU at Henrico's Doctors Hospital in Richmond in November and December prompted officials to launch an internal investigation and close the unit to new patients on Christmas Eve. Yeah, so she did this before, and from what I understand, she did this before and got suspended with pay, breaking the baby's legs. And those is Israelite babies, because Edomites don't do that to their own. And here's a picture of the bitch. It says, police records show Stratman's registered nurse license was first issued in 2019 and is valid until May 2026. And let me get a couple of precepts. This is the MO of Esau, This is what he does. He continuously causes harm and wickedness to the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. And the answer is no. The Ethiopian can't change his skin. And the leopard can't change their spots. That's the way they were born. You Israelites have to, the people, the masses out there have to understand that Esau is the way he is from creation. The Lord created Esau like that. You see, the women aren't no different. There's the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah, you have to never trust your enemy. When you look in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it gives the rundown of all our enemies. And Edom is the first one and then mentioned. So you got to understand there, you got enemies in this thing of ours. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, just like how you can't reverse the process. You can't stop the process of iron rusting. You can't stop Edomite from doing wicked things. You know, I just recently did a video about a Edomite Fefail. It burned down a bar in Puerto Rico. You know, all because she was told to leave. So, you know, these people are wicked. A wicked root that have to be destroyed. You get another precept. And you know she's doing it to the babies. This just proves that Esau doesn't like us. He never did. You know, they hide their wickedness, but it always seems to come out one way or another. This book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 1, says, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Zion, you know, is a code word for Israel, you know, to Zion in the Hebrew, which means monument. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. And that's what the Edomites have done. You know, they ask us to sing and dance for them, you know, make them feel better, and then we're in captivity. You know, these Roman 2.0ers, these despicable Romans, ask a song of us, Babylonians. It says, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? And that strange land is America, because this is not our homeland. You know, like it tells you in Micah, the 2nd chapter, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not our rest here. You know, we're subject to payments every day. We got to pay this devil taxes. You got to pay to live. You got to pay to eat. You even got to pay for water. You got to pay for everything. Verse 5, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Yeah, because in Zechariah, I believe the 2nd chapter, we are the apple of the Lord's eye. And in Isaiah, the 49th chapter, the Lord said he cannot forget us. You know, we are the top nation in the planet. And you Israelites have to understand that. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You have to understand that you are the creme de la creme, the top. And above that, only the elect of the nation of Israel is the Lord dealing with in this present time. In verse 7, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Yeah, and then when you do the history, you know, they raped, robbed, and murdered us, lynched us. I'm talking about all the tribes. Because when you do the history, the northern tribes got lynched and hung too. Especially Issachar. They cut a woman's stomach open, snatched the baby out and stomped it on the ground. Took the babies, dashed them on the boulders. You know. Fed our children to alligators. Just did all manner of wickedness. Tells you in the book of Daniel, the 9th chapter, that nothing has been done like has been done to the to Jerusalem. To no nation has been done to that has been done to the nation of Jerusalem. It says, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Matter of fact, I'll just get it. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 12. It says, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. Yeah, you see? These Edomites got a lot to pay for. And they're waiting, and they're still the same old devil and serpent that the Bible speaks of, including the female. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 1. Prophesy against Mount Seir. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. This is what Esau has done. This is what he continues to do. He has a perpetual hatred. You look up that word perpetual, it's basically end. It's continual. It never ends. It's a perpetual. Matter of fact. See, perpetual.
Perpetual.
Continuing forever, everlasting, occurring continually, constant. That's just a simple Google definition. You see, so their hatred is continuing forever. You know, Esau never put down his sword against Israel. And you best believe in these latter times, the devil's going to show his horns. He's going to show exactly who he is. You know, pursuing the Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, where the devil come down unto us having great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time. The devil knows that he has a short time to rule, so he's going to revert back to his old Jim Crow, 70 AD era ways. Verse 6, it says that, next I'll read 5 again. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So that's what's going to happen to you, devil. Since you didn't hate blood, blood's going to pursue you, and we're going to consume you off of the face of the earth, like it tells you in Obadiah, the 18th, the first chapter, 18th verse. Even though Obadiah is one chapter more. You know, so these devils got a lot to pay for. There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, starting at 10. It says, But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Skipping down to verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Yeah, it wasn't our judgment. It wasn't the nation of Israel's judgment to drink of the cup. And the cup represents slavery and the curses. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. And now it's Esau's turn to drink of that cup, because that's who it was originally made for. You know, it tells you in Genesis that the elder shall serve the younger. And Esau came out first, red all over like a hairy garment. So, you know, Edomites got a lot to pay for, and y'all going to pay. Y'all definitely going to pay. You know, the Lord's willing, you was edified. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.